Well, this is not coming up. I guess we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. It's going to be a TDM.pickup game here. You can check all the info out right there on the screen. I'm going to get that coming up text out of there. They won't take up too much screen space.
Coming up. I guess
hey, now you're going to hear me for a second. There we go. No more double me. I hadn't cast a team deathmatch in a while. I'll give you a look at the teams. And they were playing, so keep in mind you do have my dual settings going on here. Didn't expect to be casting this, just jumped into the last second. This is going to look a little funny. Bear with me though. Frankly, I just wanted to hop in here because I hadn't done it in a while. Figure out who we can watch here. I'm going to mispronounce everybody's name. I just want everybody to know that. But I guess Shiano, he's got the amp and he's going to be taking down 102. Oh, almost gets a spawn kill there with the flak. Is that a friendly fire kill? Yep, goes down to his teammate's piston. One thing you're going to note about campgrounds here, in the translation to UT, due to the different weapon, remember, UT weapons spawn much slower than Quake weapons. So in this map, you end up without a gun a lot more than in the Quake versions of the maps. Let me go to my external camera here. I'm not sure what the timing on everything is going to be because I jumped in right at the last second. I believe this 100 armor should be coming up soon. You see a fight over that. There you go. You see Sex picking that up, going down mid-air rocket on Taylor. I got a great picture of that. He's going to take a bunch of damage from this combo, though, as Blue Team tries to take control of this 100 armor area. And this amp should be coming up relatively soon. I believe that'll be the next power-up. Let's see if anyone positions himself for it ahead of time. Just about 5 seconds before that. So we're going to give you this aerial view. See, you got the Blue Team above it. Red Team might be trying to sneak. Blue Team's done a good job of controlling this whole back side of this room. That's going to earn them a free amp. Nobody taking any damage right off it. Let's see if we can catch up to him. See what he does with it. Well, there he goes. There's 102 with it. Got that lightning gun out. It's going to be able to kill everybody with one hit if he can manage to connect. Takes one down. Another shot going in, doing huge damage. Extremely weak himself. Able to get that, though. Good job by his teammate distracting the enemy players there. They didn't focus fire on the guy with amp. Gets another kill. So 102 going to go down, but 3 free kills after getting that amp with, what, like 37 health. So not too bad, given how weak he was going into that. We've got the 100 armor was taken. You go see Shiano may have grabbed that one. Down to 38 armor though. It looks like he took some damage from that. We're going to see if he decides to go on a run. Either team has really decided what section of the map they're going to try to hold yet. I think both teams are kind of playing, well, they're playing pickup style. Remember, we do have mixed teams here. Oh, a huge flak ball. Unfortunately, that great shot was on his teammate. So, not much of a run here by Shiano. He's actually managed to lose points for his team after grabbing that other armor. We're going to have about 10 seconds coming up until this next 100 armor. We'll see what happens. Let's see if I can get over to it. There we go. Blue Team all over it. That's going to be Crush. Let's go ahead and follow him. MTW Crush. His name's going to be all funkified. That amp did get taken as well. Let's see who grabbed it, but we'll see if Crush decides to maybe help his teammate go on a run. Or possibly take out. Well, there's 2 quick kills with rockets. See him down low in those close quarters areas. You can do a ton of damage with rockets because it's going to go right around those shield guns. You can bounce people up. Great rocket juggle. Manages to avoid that grenade. Looking for the spawn kill. Spawn kill's not there, but Crush still on a roll here. And of course, it looks like they're playing with adrenaline on, so that should be coming into play shortly. Don't think I've seen anyone boosting yet, but just about getting to that time of the game, especially when you've got players. I don't think I've seen anyone going on a killing spree yet. Crush is going to be 1 kill away from it. Interesting to see if they feed him this next 100 armor again. It's going to be up in less than 10 seconds. Red Team making a push for it. As you see Shiano up there. Teammate Sex as well. Crush is going to go down. Big rocket to the face. Knocks him off. It loses that 100 armor, however, down to 7 health. Still on a roll, though. If he can get some health back up, he can knock out that spree and then maybe get himself a booster and get something going in time for this next amp. Give you a look at the scoreboard here so you can get an idea of what's going on. Pretty close game at this point. Campgrounds being so small, you can change the tide of a game so quickly. Oh, that amp gets stolen away by Shiano. Oh, the spree by Crush right as he takes fall damage. He does get that bonus adrenaline for that, though, so I will be interested to see if he decides to boost as soon as he grabs a weapon. Maybe he'll wait for some teammates to boost. Nope, he's going to boost immediately. I believe that's what he did, right? Surely. Yep. Boost for Crush. So we're going to see if he can make good strategic use of that. Maybe try to control a couple weapons to see him helping his teammate by throwing him an assault rifle until he can get that lightning gun. That's smart team deathmatch right there. Guys, essentially running in pairs. That's pretty much the standard, more European-oriented style of team deathmatch, running in pairs. A lot of North American teams had a tendency to run in groups, which, you know, kind of worked maybe more on some maps than others, but that's what we're seeing on this one. We're seeing was that an assault rifle kill? Yes, it was. Crush, though, as you can see, went down quickly. That booster not doing a whole lot. Not sure what the timing on the amp or 100 armor are. I think 100 armor should be coming up within about 15 seconds or so. So you can see what's happening is nobody's really holding that 100 armor area when it's not coming up. Looks like whoever is in control of it at the time kind of pushes back out, tries to get some kills around the middle area of this map, and pushes back just to pick it up. Of course, the downside of that is you do leave yourself vulnerable to having people sneak in and grab it. We had amp and 100 armor just taken at the exact same time. See Taylor, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. You see him grabbing that 100. See if we can catch up to this amp. There it is, Siano with it. Oh, and he's going to be boosting with amp, so here's his chance to really put his team back up. We're down by 1 right now. There's a double kill. One more chance for a multi off the spawn. Oh, it goes down. That's the risk of boosting when you have that amp. Almost hits that mid-air piston. You're already such a huge target when you have that amp, and then when you boost, you just basically double the incentive. Nice goo kill there. You double the incentive for the other team to focus their fire on you. Basically corner them and give them no option but to just unload, and sometimes it works in your favor and you get some easy kills. Sometimes it's a premature end to your boost, and that's exactly what we saw happen here. Good use of the goo there. You see area denial. Not having any real effective weapons, but making good use of what he does have. Try to get himself 100 armor. He gets knocked off at the last second, however. That's going to go Taylor, who is up there fighting him for it, minigunning him down. I'm going to follow him for a bit. I think we have 100 armor, or excuse me, another amp coming up shortly. And I believe my green team, oh, there's the booster by Taylor, boosting with 100 armor already. So he's trying to get completely stacked up. Maybe see if he can't get himself this next amp. Oh, enemy boosters right in front of him. This is going to be a good, important fight here as these teams are still trying to break away from each other. Both pretty even at the moment. Oh, a ton of damage. Kayla just completely outshoots him. That's going to scare him away. I believe amp shouldn't be too far off. Hasn't been taken already. I haven't heard it. Taylor would be the prime candidate to go grab it. 100 armor will spawn soon. Seems to be more concerned with holding that. This is one of those maps, again, in this game, keep in mind, when you die with amp, it just disappears. There is no picking it back up. Okay, so I was wrong, amp just ended. Keep in mind, in this particular game, once you grab amp and die with it, it's gone. So, on a tight map like this with a very exposed amp, sometimes teams will opt to just concede it, knowing that if they die with it, they're not giving it to the other team. Or excuse me, that if the other team grabs it, they can kill them, you know, very quickly and neutralize it. Now watching Taylor, looks like the blue team has kind of settled in here. They're going to send 2 people to cover this 100 area. Not unusual. It's a pretty defensible area. And a lot of times what you may see is people fighting from there, doing what you're seeing there, kind of resupplying their teammates who are out in the middle area fighting. In a bit of a tougher role. Ooh, big rockets almost nailing them. And Taylor not being super aggressive despite having this huge health and armor stack. But again, that may just be their strategy. Blue team is up 7 now, starting to pull away slightly. Heard that amp taken. I'm not sure who grabbed it. Let's go catch up. See if we can figure it out. Is blue team now stacking up these 100 armors? But who's grabbing the amps? It looks like they died. So again, that's kind of the flip side to that. The Crush grabbing that 100. So Taylor and Crush, you see Taylor on a killing spree. That's going to make it even easier for him to get his next booster and stay stacked. That's sort of the risk you take in this map, is you got that aggressive offensive amp, you know. So we see another Crush kill, or another crater right in front of Crush. You can grab that amp, but it's a high-risk maneuver since you may go down very easily. Or you can opt to play defensively, but of course, the problem red team's going to have here is they're running out of time. They're now down 12. I'll give you a look at the scoreboard halfway through this match. They're going to be running out of time here, so they're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. They're going to need to start making effective use of these amps. Not just grabbing them, but grabbing them and having some sustained runs. So Crush going down this. We could get him sustained. How about some sustained assault rifle fire? Both teams kind of fighting over this middle area. I'm seeing if I give you a good external camera. A little tricky with the roofs here. See, Crush seems like he's trying to push them back out of it. I'm not sure if amp is spawning soon. There it is. Let's go see if we can follow. Looks like Shiano took that one. Yep. Gonna have it. We saw him get a few kills earlier in the game, really trying to keep his team into it, or keep his team in it. Oh, big rocket. Nice prediction. It's another turnaround shot. Completely surrounded, but he does manage to avoid all damage. He needs to make something happen with this amp. There's the, forces the enemy to kill himself there. Gets another kill. Maybe the spawn kill. Nope. Has to avoid the grenade. Good use of the grenade there. Oh, he jumps right into that 100 armor. Was all kind of defended. Another nice rocket LG combo there. It steals away the 100 armor. So Shiano doing a good job of coming away with these power-ups even when he's outnumbered. Not the first time he's done that this match. Team still in the game. I mean, it's only the halfway point or just past it. Only a 10 frag game, but Campgrounds, oh, it's really hard to come back on if you can't take full control. And right now, I haven't seen either team really just completely lock down the map. It's been relatively even back and forth. Shiano going on killing spree. Should be able to boost soon if he opts to. Oh, a nice grenade after he predicted that spawn beautifully. Able to get the kill off it. As you're seeing, though, Red racking up these kills. This is such a tight map that even without full control, you can certainly rack up, or certainly make some runs and rack up some points in a hurry. You do need to get this next amp. Shiano right on top of it yet again, getting all of the last few power-ups. Without the lightning gun, down by 4 as his team. Oh, he's on top of the 100 armor, gets taken out. That could have been a huge grab for him. That amped lightning gun with 100 armor would have really given him a chance to pop off some more kills. Entire red team now is backed up to this 50 with Herder blue booster. Not sure where they are. See if Red decides to be aggressive and try to go after him. See the combination, good teamwork right there. Lightning gun doing some spike damage and Link gun locking him down to make it easier. Only a 4-point game now with 8 minutes to go, so still anybody's game. And we're going to move back over as we see this 100 armor area being contested now. Red team runs in, knocks blue off of it. This could be key. You can get this 100 armor and make something happen with it. So right now they're only down 3. They've been slowly making a comeback. That last series of 100 armors and amps all going to the red team really helped turn the tide. Yet another 100 going to go. Are they going to save it for Shiano? Nope, Sek's going to take that. Let's follow him and see if he decides, or if they decide to try to feed him this next amp. He is completely stacked now. Has 120 health, 98 armor, going to be running out to mid. Just looking to get into a fight with someone because he knows he's going to have a huge advantage over whoever he runs into. There's the amp. Are they going to save it for Sex? Nope. Lets his teammate grab it. His teammate's going to boost her, I believe. Not sure who that was. Let me see if I can catch up to him. There it is. Shiano, of course. Grabs the amp, is boostering. There's the lead. Red coming all the way back now. Just about the last 40% or so if we want to break it down to fractions of this match. Shiano coming up huge so far. These power-up runs were so important. Not only picking up those adrenaline pills, but sustaining killing sprees by staying alive, which gives him that bonus adrenaline, allowing him to grab these power-ups even easier. 100 armor sounded like it got taken. Went to blue team this time. Red a little bit late on that one. They're trying to be aggressive with the amp, and you see what blue team did there. They snuck. They flanked completely around him to the other side of the map. It's a smart play by blue to avoid, avoid too many losses from that amp run. Ooh, Shiano barely avoiding that flak ball. Doesn't avoid the rocket. Does get his own weapon back. That's extremely important on a map like Campgrounds where you're really starved for weapons most of the time. Quick look at the scoreboard here. Do want to get back down as we get another amp should be spawning soon. Give you an external camera so we can see as a vie for position. Crush is right on top of it. Oh, a flak ball to the face. Beautiful shot. Nice perspective we had there. Just perfect use of the arc by Crush. That's going to earn him an amp. And his team now finding themselves in position. Really need to make some amp runs to come back. Only down by 1, but down to the last quarter of this map. See what we can make happen with it. He's trying to mid-air flag, not making it happen. Look, some acrobatic moves by the red team, able to avoid him, and Crush really doing nothing with that amp. Stomps his teammate's head for 2 whole damage there. And can't finish him off the link gun, so disappointing run by Crush. However, he did deny it to his opponents with a beautiful flak shot that we saw, so that was a good play overall. Go down quickly. Both teams still kind of jockeying back and forth now. Nobody really pulling ahead again. Boy, we see that amp. Let's go see. Oh, Taylor looks like he Not amp, excuse me, a booster. Looks like Taylor boosted as well. So we've got half of the blue, or half of the red team boosting. No, I'm sorry, these colors are throwing me off. One of each team boosting. Let's see how they decide to play. It looks like Hirash. Somebody, feel free to tell me if I'm completely butchering these names. He's going to be sort of the anchor man in the back for them, watching it from afar, maybe trying to push up and try to help with some of these amp runs. But then again, red team up by 5 now. They don't have to be as aggressive, especially with going after and putting themselves in danger for that amp. See Shiano taking yet another amp. See more boosters coming in here. Trying to get hold of Shiano. There he goes. Doesn't have the booster, but he does have... Well, he does have 3 rockets set for you. Another lightning gun coming out. 2 in a row. Oh, Shiano misses the easier one, but drops right back down, finds some easy targets in front of him. Putting out a lot of damage, trying to get the spawn kill. Not working out for him. He's going to have to fight a boosted Crush up here for this 100 armor. Let's see what happens. He almost dives right into that bio. Nice use of the movement right there. Avoids the bio, sets himself up for another lightning gun shot. Oh! Booster goes down to 3 rockets against the wall. Close game like this, that could be a big difference if 1 or 2 teams ends up wasting some of their adrenaline usage. Nice lightning gun. Shiano absolutely on fire right now. Really just carrying his team as far as the numbers. Of course, they have been feeding him, and for good reason. Finally goes down to IFRML numbered sign question mark sad. I'm not sure which of those letters is your actual name, so I'll just say all of them all of the time. Shiano just trying to run and get into his face. Smart move there. Circles back around using the weapons that he has at his disposal. Doesn't want to go up front head to head with a flat cannon. Heard that amp taken. Not sure who grabbed it. There we go. It's going to be 102 grabbing another one. Haven't seen him with it in a while. Trying to make it count as Blue is in need of a bit of a run here to tie things back up. Only down 4. Pulling out the assault rifle. Must not have many weapons. Did a little bit of damage there, but really not a huge use of that amp. He goes down to the piston duel. May come back out with the assault rifle and get revenge. He's absolutely surrounded by the red team at the moment. He gets stomped on. Somehow his piston doesn't go off. He's going to be on top of this 100 armor, however. Looks like it may have already been taken because they're not really trying to knock him off of it. Tries to get the falling piston. Doesn't happen. Now he's running, maybe waiting for that bio rifle. It's up. Wow, does a good job of staying in control of his player. Forces the other team away. Will that earn him the pickup, though? I'm not sure what the timing is on. As we see Blue, though, on a run, tying the game back up. Didn't see where those kills came from. I'll give you a little bit of a view real quick of the console. It sounded like the 100 armor got taken. Let's go see if we can catch up with that. See the big booster here. Playing very conservatively. Let's see if he decides to do anything with it. Like maybe push up for this next amp. Wants to get the most out of that booster. He's on a spree now. He's going to have even more adrenaline out of that. He may even be able to sneak in another booster before the game's over. Sex stole that 50. Not going to be a huge problem because it looks like his teammate right there. Let me get that. So his teammate right there was boosted as well. So it looks like he's playing this sort of the rail bridge, if you will, playing that lightning gun area. Not going to be super aggressive. Trying to catch these power-ups. It looks like red team is all in on this amp. Blue team has positioning above them. Whoever grabs this next amp, if anyone could go on a real run with this, we see blue team pulling ahead slightly. It's going to be absolutely huge. I'm going to give you a quick look at the scoreboard so you have an idea of what's going on. I'm not sure what the timing on amp is. Both teams seem to be fighting over the area. I'm not sure if they both lost timing of it or if they're just posturing and getting ready for it, ahead of time. Because again, anything less than 10 kills, if you've got amp in your hands, 1 amp run can change that real quickly. Shiano able to take out, you see what he did there is he saved at that booster, then pushed across to try to take the 100 area. Goes down though, not making anything out of it. There's more fighting over the amp area, it's not spawning. There's a booster, let's go see who boosted. And then accidentally click away from them because that's what you do. Esports. Just in time to miss him going down. Well, we're going to follow Shiano through the end of this one. As he steals that amp, this is what his team is going to... Oh, he goes down. Was that a piston kill? No, it looks like his piston just went off. He goes down instantly. That was his last chance. So a great game by Shiano, but misses that last opportunity to tie it up. And back and forth game here between these two pickup game teams. 120 to 109 is going to be the final on Campgrounds. I'm not sure if they're going to play another map. It looks like they're not. I'm going to stick around for a couple minutes to see if they play another game just because, well, just cause. Well, if anyone's listening, as you can see, they did start another pickup. I guess they only play one maps in this particular pickup. Kind of surprised given how close the last map was. I think it would have been easier to just keep the same teams and play another. But you know, they like to randomize teams. It's essentially like TF2's Team Scramble, where in between each pickup game, they just sign back up again, randomize the teams, and they hop right back in the server. So for anyone wondering how that works, it's a bit of a different system than you may see in other pickup games, where you kind of pick captains and teams and choose a server and choose your maps. Here it pretty much just it randomizes teams, spits you out a server, you go there, you play a map, and then you move on and come back and sign up for the next if you want. So again, not so different than just a high level, you know, sort of a half step between organized and disorganized play. Anyway, I'm going to throw some music back up. We will be back with another TDM pickup as soon as everyone gets in the server. We're 6 of 8 right now, so it shouldn't be long. Looks like we got everyone in the server already. Give them a chance to warm up. Gonna give you a quick overview. Anyone who plays this game knows this map by now, but just in case anyone watches this who doesn't know, this is gonna be DM Rankin. Very common team deathmatch and dual server. In fact, it's also played very commonly 2-on-2 team deathmatch. It's a bit of a polarizing map for duel. Some people think it's a little bit too big and easy to run on, but the bottom line is, it's a good example of a map that fits multiple player sizes, right? Like, it's one of the only DM maps that I know of where you can play anywhere from 2 people to, you know, 8 people competitively without having an issue. So, you know, worth considering if anyone's looking at level design. Key points back here, you've got this amp. Once again, as is the case in many deathmatch maps in UT, it's going to be in a relatively vulnerable area. And more importantly, it's in this back corner of the map, basically surrounded by important weapons. You've got the shock rifle right down there, lightning gun right up here, flat cannon right down there, these sort of mirrored areas around that corner. So this back corner of the map here is going to be one very key control point. You can imagine this high ground very, very vital, trying to defend the important resources of this map. You also have something like 17 health vials that will be scattered around this back section of the map. 50 armor is basically top center of the map. This is something that's going to be relatively easy to contest, regardless of what you're looking at as far as where you spawn, how much health you have, whether or not your team's in control, etc. So that'll be contested all game long. Hard for a team to really lock that one down. Backside of this map, you've essentially got minigun, Link as finishers, and rockets at the bottom. Not a whole lot of powerful weapons in this backside. And it looks like they're going to change to play Corruption, so forget everything I just said. Looks like they're having a good old-fashioned democratic vote on this one. Fine. Ruin my brilliant tutorial brilliance with your voting. Let them eat cake. Let them play Rankin. Let them play music. I have to say, I think I just have a natural aversion to these ONS tracks, just, you know, being an infantry game types player. I actually kind of like a lot of them. Kind of wish I would have been playing them earlier in time on my streams. Alright, well, just in case I decide to change again, I'm not going to give you a huge overview of Corrugation. The main thing you need to know, pretty much the whole map has two levels to it. You've got this sort of upper level boardwalk area, you might call it. That's where you're going to have your 100 armor, your lightning gun. Typically, this area back here is going to be an important control point. Got lightning gun Link down there, or excuse me, minigun down there, and flak. And of course, this will put you in good position for the 100 armor. Often you'll have at least one, possibly two people dedicated to fighting over and trying to hold this area. Then of course you have the opposite side, which is another important control point because of the 50 armor, which you'll notice is in view of the lightning gun. We also got the shock rifle, as you can see right down there. Adrenaline alley back here. Rocket launcher right above the amp. And some health vials down there. So this back area, you'll typically have, again, one person probably dedicated to it, mostly to just push the other team away from getting a position for this amp down there. One important thing to note in this map, however, is there is another shock rifle. The only TDM map that does that. Makes it play a little bit differently than some of the other maps. The irony being that it's actually one of the smaller and more tight maps, so not quite as hitscan dominated. Did I say shock rifle?
4,
yes, shock rifle.
2, 1.
And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here. I'm done talking about the map. We're going to see it in action. I'll give you a look at the scoreboard. This is a TDM pickup game. Nothing on the line here. Randomized teams. I believe they're on voice together. I'm not even sure. Bottom line is these guys decided to play, so I decided to cast it. See the early kills going back and forth there. Blue's going to take a quick lead. Looks like Sex on a roll already. I didn't mean to switch past him. Let's go see what happens with that amp run. Taylor trying to cut him off there. Yeah, Mephisto does steal that amp. Not really able to do anything with it, but Taylor, the plus and the minus there. Additive and subtractive. A nice double kill combo. And he hit the other team the next time. Does redeem himself with a nice rocket to the feet there. I'm going to follow him because that's who I'm on right now. It's Sex with a quick killing spree. And that could be very important because you see both teams going back and forth in the scoreboard up there. However, the team that can get their boosters going first are going to have a great chance at trying to pull away and really make that snowball towards victory. Got about 10 seconds till this 100 armor spawns. It's right in the top of middle here, so no matter what's going on in the game, both teams are going to have a good chance to contest it. Figure out exactly how to get you a perspective on it. Well, 1 or 2 jumps right out of your room and onto the 100 armor. He's going to grab that. Looks like red team is backing off, and you can see they've got some people dedicated to holding that minigun and lightning gun area. Although they slipped for a second, allow Taylor to sneak in and grab one himself. He's going to be pushing over. I think we have an amp spawning soon or recently. Should be spawning right about now. And 102 is going to go ahead and grab that for himself. Let's see if we can switch over to him. See if we can switch over to him. There we go. He's got it. Yes. See if he decides to be aggressive. Not a whole lot of health. He did grab that 50 armor. Heard that lift go up. Is it going to be a teammate? Yep. Looks like red team's all around him. Trying to fight blue team off of that. Oh, a nice prediction rocket there. Good communication by his teammates. Trying to fight the blue team off of that lightning gun, that backside of the map that they had been taking. Sounds like that 100 armor should have been taken, right? I'm not sure who grabbed it. A little bit of time still until... There we go. We're going to see Shiano, who was so good in the last game we watched, running in and sealing away power-ups even when his team didn't have control of the area. Trying to get the mid-air pass. Wow, great combo. Was that even his ball? Might have been. We saw some enemy shock balls flying in there as well. Sharing weapons with his teammates as they try to posture themselves. Got about 15 seconds or so until this next amp. All of the red team is there. Give you the external camera. I have a feeling Shiano, given his armor and the fact that they were feeding him last game. Blue team, though, jumping up top, chasing him off it. I was going to say, Shiano's probably the one they're going to try to have grab that amp. He tries to make a run for it. He goes down. Blue team all of a sudden takes over. Good timing by blue team there. Red got there ahead of time, but they were able to run in and push them off before blue team had before red team had a chance to retaliate. Taylor's going to have that amp. Nobody to really shoot at, though. You got to have targets. Red team doing a good job of, wow, damaging him and staying out of reach. 0 damage from this amp so far by Taylor. So credit the red team. Giving up that power up and not giving up any kills to go along with it. Who's going to regroup. You see them sharing weapons, kind of getting set. Taylor's probably like, hey, I'm going to go down quickly anyway. Might as well make good use of this weapon, but he actually sneaks back around and finds himself an empty health pack. This isn't going to do him any good. Armor will be up in about 10 seconds. I'm not sure what the timing on amp was. I think they might be spawning right at the same time. Given that, I'm going to follow the amp. I think that's going to be the more important factor in this small-ish map where things like minigun can come out a lot. Amp runs can be really, really crucial. It's not quite as small as campgrounds that we just saw played, so you can't really go on runs as quickly, especially because there's significantly more weapons in this map. However, it still is small enough. You can go from one side to the other extremely quickly. You already heard a booster coming out. Not sure who grabbed it. Amp now completely untouched by blue team. Red just sitting, waiting on it. So Shiano going to have huge stack of armor and amp. Every weapon he needs. Shock, LG, and a target. Misses the easy shot. Going to have a combo come in. Oh, almost jumps into a piston. Now he's got minigun to deal with. Trying to dislodge blue team. 3 of them up there. Takes one down. Chases off the spawner. He's going to have to get one more shot in before his team can run in. There they do. So not a huge numerical gain by the red team, but they do chase them off of the lightning gun spawn. It's going to be important. That's where that big health pack farm is. Couldn't tell who stole that 100 though. There's a spree by Shiano. That's going to give him a chance to, if he hasn't boosted already, it'll give him a chance to probably do it soon. And if he has already boosted, it'll just get him that much closer to a second one. Oh, shoots his teammate. That's the danger. Of course, Team Deathmatch, you're playing with 100% friendly fire. Nice double kill, though. And there's the booster. It's going to be an extremely important one. Shiano's going to take that back sort of defensive role of just trying to hold the lightning gun area. I imagine you're going to have him just stack up on that booster. As we see another booster coming out. Is that friendly or enemy? Takes minigun to the back. Goes down instantly, so no... Oh, that was an invis by 102. Interesting. I wonder if that was accidental. You rarely see intentional invises in Team Deathmatch. To give you a little bit of view of that. 102 running around like the Predator. Does get one kill out of that. Not able to do much else, but he does have that amp. It's an easy shot to the back of his opponent. Once again, they're going to dislodge them. So Red doing a good job of using power-ups to push blue off of the lightning gun area. And they're not really content with sitting there. That's something that some teams will do to, sometimes it's their downfall and sometimes it's successful, but like sitting in one spot and defending it, it can sometimes work, I don't know, it's kind of risky because you're essentially conceding the rest of the map. Red team doing a good job of balancing that, of holding an area, i.e. that lightning gun area, getting ready for those 100 armors, and then pushing back out for those amps. I think that 100 should be up soon. Oh, we see the fight. Did Z come away with that? I think that's what happened, and Red team trying to make him pay as they just absolutely swarm him. See, well, he's down to 28 health, so couldn't get the Red team knocked off of their spot. That perch over the lightning gun. Does come away alive, however, which is a victory in and of itself. You have a bit of time until either power-up spawns. I was wrong. Well, somebody grabbed the amp. There he is, 102 once again. You know what, that's right, I think blue team just completely lost timing of this amp. Remember, he didn't even try to grab it last time. So 102, I imagine you're going to see him head straight over to that lightning gun area, try to dislodge the blue team, keep them out of there. They've been doing this very effectively. Essentially only giving up this area to go grab amp, then using that amp to retake the area. And can't make any of these rockets connect, so great job of blue team there, of evading his attacks and then swarming him to take him down. So credit to the blue team. Staying in this one. Big flat comes in. Blue only down 2 now. Only down 1. Tie game now by blue. They're going a quick run. I'll give you a look at the scoreboard. We're approaching the halfway point of this game. And really, no one's been able to lock down the map for any significant points in time. Every 100 armor has been contested. However, one thing to keep in mind, remember, Red has got control of this amp. They've gotten the last couple. Blue team hasn't really even contested them. I'd wonder if they lost timing of them. Don't think you would choose to just concede the amp intentionally on this map. Looks like we do see contesting for it now. At least Sex is in there fighting 2-on-1. That's going to be tough. 3-on-1. Really no teammates around. So blue team once again just completely conceding this area. See them, red team not even having to worry about defending themselves. Going to give it to the man with the most weapons. Or at least on the hottest streak. Shiano's going to grab that amp, immediately get a kill. He'll be on the prowl now, and by my sort of vague eyeball calculations, I don't think he's too far away from an amp. We can get a killing spree going, or excuse me, a booster. If we can get a killing spree going here, should get him one. There's a double kill. It certainly doesn't hurt. I think that's 3 kills in a row with that amp. So good job by Shiano. Not only, and there you go. There's a spree. Wouldn't be surprised to see him booster soon. He may be looking for these adrenaline pills for that very purpose. Oh, and nice. You see him dodge that shot and then come back around and combo that ball. Making it look easy. It's not. Going to be on the run. Almost hits his teammate with that shock ball. You need to be careful there. Shiano doing a good job of knowing the map, running backwards through it while shooting behind him. 100 armor does get picked up there. Didn't see who got it. Shiano goes down. Let's see if we can find that 100. Ooh, Z's going to be completely stacked. I wonder if they're going to push him over to this amp and maybe have him kind of camp out here, try to knock the red team off it or prevent them from really getting settled in there like they have been the last few spawns. Sharing weapons, blue team getting set to make a push. Don't know the exact timings of these power-ups. Well, apparently neither does blue team because they've completely conceded these amps, presuming that red team, yep, red team got it again. Maybe they're going to just try to neutralize it. Z is in good position here. It looks like they neutralized it, so a good job by blue of catching red out of position. You see that jump up the wall there. Kind of a risky proposition. If you can do it quickly and succinctly, there's a booster by Z, so he was stacked before, presumably just on pickups. Got another booster, unless this was another invisibility, which I somehow doubt. So blue team now really trying to make a push here. If they've got boosters going on, they need to even this score out. Only down 1. He's going to be the key guy, still boosting. He's the one that needs to be aggressive here. Gets one shot in, not really getting anything behind him. Trying to get that shield gun negated. Does do a bit of damage, but takes more damage himself. That's a spree, though. That'll give him one step closer to even more adrenaline as his booster was already out. So blue now taking the lead up by 2. You really need to start getting control of these amps, though, if they want to maintain that lead. And maybe what they're keeping an eye on. It looks like Z is trying to get in a position where he can see both amp and 100 armor. I don't know which one spawns first, but you do see Shiano now boosting. You can bet he's going to be trying to grab this amp and bring his team back into this one. Oh, huge combo comes in. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's timed perfectly. Shiano grabs that amp. He's now boosted, and that's the key. You notice he boosted before grabbing amp. He was already boosted. So now he's not the huge target and having to be aggressive while beginning his booster. He's already stacked, and he can be extremely aggressive here. Gonna go on a run. Team's down by 8. He really needs to make something happen with this. Already getting a couple kills, and he's trying to find someone else to shoot. Send a couple shots. Minigun. Oh, it finds 3 blue team. Looks like they get a team kill there. Has to dive out of there because the amp expired, but does get some damage in. Forces a team kill. So pretty good use of the amp there by Shiano. However, his team down by 8, down by 9. So you can see that's how you get up there to that 50 armor quickly. So credit to the blue team, despite missing all of these amps, they've still managed to keep their composure. And it could be just the fact that they've conceded them. They've said that we'd rather sit on the back half of this map, grab the 100 armors and the lightning gun area, and wait for their amp runners to try to dive into us. We've certainly seen that happen once or twice. Once or twice. Shiano in a good position to get some easy shots off. He can't pick up this 50 because he's already full health. He's going to damage himself. Oh, a nice headshot. Had that combo lined up right on his face. Ooh, that saved him. And the amp goes to him again. That could be a big turnaround here as his team's down by 6. If he can pull another handful of kills out of this amp run, could tie it right back up. With a booster behind him, that's going to be an enemy booster. Oh, the amp shot from behind. Sex goes down. That's going to be huge. So already, remember that headshot that saved Shiano, allows him to get that amp into that booster. Dominoes are falling in a hurry. All of a sudden, it's a tie game. And both teams are just trading kills. Shiano, they're still looking completely stacked, has all sorts of weapons, and has blue all around him. Blue, though, controlling that 100 armor again, so he's going to be in a good position to fight back. And Shiano's going to need to be on the run here, as he doesn't want to give up all of that extra booster health just to get one kill. Z doing a good job of taking him back down, so Shiano no longer extra stacked. He's all by himself now. Doesn't look like they're going to try to rush him. We've got a little bit of time until this 100 armor comes back. Oh, Shiano not able to get the clutch shot. It sounded like I heard somebody boosting. That's going to be... We'll just say Kiri. I presume that's what it is. Oh, he gets taken down from behind. Huge damage coming in. He's on the run now. That booster gets completely wasted if you don't let it go all the way through. Pistoning almost from behind is Shiano. So it looks like he got completely knocked off that amp. Tried to use that booster to control it, just like Red Team and Shiano did earlier. Is Shiano? Anyway, whoever it was in the Red Team. I'm sorry if I'm getting some of these names mixed up. Still not familiar with them. Blue Team making a push for this amp room, but really it's not so much the Blue Team as Tala from the Blue Team, or Tala. Dodging around, trying to find... Oh, I see that amp was already grabbed. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can find anyone with any sort of health stack. Looks like Shade just finished boosting. Blue Team now up by 6, starting to pull away. It's the last quarter of this game. However, again, Team Deathmatch, much like Duel, is going to be a game of runs. Whichever team can put together the longest and more sustained runs, controlling the map and converting them into kills. Oh, a huge mid-air rocket by Shade. I don't know how stacked Taylor was, but he's not anymore. One more shot's probably going to take him out. Can't connect. He's going to be in close range. That flat could take him out. There's a spree. He goes down. And I think that 100 armor, yep, it's up. Fight 2. Looks like looks like Mr. McPhisto stole that away, I believe. Yep. There's that 100 armor to McPhisto. Now able to grab the lightning gun and booster. I wish I could tell. It looked like we may have had another booster in play. I'm not sure who it was, however. See him playing real conservatively, not trying to turn this booster into kills yet. He's just trying to keep Kiri away from him and his teammates. Takes a huge piston shot. But again, you see Shiano and McPhisto fully boosted, and they have the amp. So Red in huge position here to try to make a comeback. They're only down by 1 now, and they have every advantage. They have 2 boosted players. They have that amp going. There's a tie game as Shade hits that lightning gun shot, and they're going to be in great position to try to convert this to a bigger lead off of these spawn kills, as the blue team needs to regroup quickly because they're going to be running out of time if Red pulls ahead at all. See a 3 frag lead there. Tala going to run for his life. No weapons to fight back with. Sounded like he went down. Shade, booster and amp gone. Still able to get the double kill off the headshot there. If I can find anyone with any sort of significant armor, just see kill after kill coming in. And again, this fast-paced map. Shiano on a killing spree. Watching for these pickups. Give you a view of the scoreboard here as we're waiting to see them posturing for this amp. Taylor now, Blue finally making a play to control this amp room ahead of time. This last amp's going to be huge if they want to try to make a comeback. That 3-minute warning coming in. There's the amp. Oh, red team steals it. Shiano jumps right in because he knew the timing. Blue team didn't. And there you see, you know, whether you're for the timers in UT4 or against them, there you see the importance of it. Blue team had the entire room locked down. You see the booster going down. Huge play by Shiano. Another big amp run coming in. But Blue team had control of the room but didn't know the timing of the power-up. Red team was able to control that all game. And even when Blue's in position, they don't know when to go for it. And it's ended up costing them. That information is extremely valuable. Shiano now trying to put something together, throwing weapons to his teammates. Again, sometimes we see extremely weak players do that, because they'd rather throw it to a teammate than just die instantly. Let's move over. I think that 100 armor wasn't up. It must have just gotten taken recently. Review the power-ups is not going to show you much. See the 2-minute warning. There was a booster down there. Who was that? It's like they are done boosting. We're going to watch McFeasto here. He's stacked. You see him playing that lightning gun area, teaming up with a teammate. Brilliant, I know. Taking down that opponent. Much easier 2-on-1. Why it's so vital to always fight with a buddy. Oh, there's the flak primer. A good use. Really out of position there and for a flak versus shock fight, but made good use of it. Oh, Amp's chasing him. Gonna see him wisely trying to bait Amp. Sex is behind him. Now he's gonna have Amp on one side, Sex on the other. Let's see if we can follow that Amp run. The last few seconds of it. Taylor going on a spree with it. He's gonna be able to get a booster out of this. Not sure how many kills he got off the Amp, but he did go on a spree. Curious how close to a booster he is, because if he can get one more booster, and that could be huge in trying to bring his team back. So with 1 minute left, down by 10. Oh, they give up that 100 armor. That's going to make it much harder, but Blue still has time here. It's such a small map. All they have to do is be extremely aggressive, but they can't afford. Basically, if you're on Blue and you see a red guy, you pretty much just have to dive right at him. Pulling within 9, 40 seconds left. Pulling within, well, it's 10 again. And this clock ticking down. 9 seconds. Wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility, but it's getting really, really tight here. People need to start hitting some crazy shots. 10 seconds. Maybe 20 seconds with 10 frags. So it's pretty much going to be over. Cutting it down. 12 frag lead now. Red team pulling away, sustaining that charge by Blue. They're going to come away with this victory. I'll give you a look at the stats. Try to sort through some of the players before everyone leaves the server.
2, 1.
So another good game in this pickup, in these pickup games. If they decide to play another one, I'll bring you one more. So stick around if you want to watch some TDM action. Again, this is #TDM.pickup on irc.quakenet.org. These are European Team Deathmatch pickup games. I'm gonna hop into the main menu and play some music and see if these guys are around to play one more.